Hey friends, you're watching BrainStormAcres. I'm Henry. Well, it's getting close to time to leave for our big trip. And as usual, we have a problem, and it's a major problem. Irene has had those raised beds plumbed with drip irrigation for months. And yesterday, they decided to blow apart. So she connected back together and it blew apart again. So now I'm going to hard plumb this. By hard plumb I mean I'm going to set up distribution heads at the ends of these beds, and Irene will run the drip lines into the beds. Now right now I have a male hose bib connection which doesn't connect to the pipes. Instead, I'll be gluing in a union. A union comes apart, so I can unscrew it and screw it together to move pieces around. I'll show you what I mean. Right now, I'm going to cut this off. One of the things you always have to worry about when you're cutting old PVC that's been out in the sun is it has a tendency to fracture. Fortunately, this piece didn't fracture, which is good because I don't want to have to go through all the hassle of getting the saw out and sawing the PVC instead. This is a union. I glue a pipe on this end and the other end. And then to put them together, I just screw them together. Now you need to make sure that the piece that screws onto the free end of the union has this connection already through, because once you glue this piece in, you can't get the screw part on. I'll be using some purple primer. Purple primer is simply a solvent that both cleans and softens the plastic. That's really critical for these applications because the water comes under pressure. If this were just trying to be watertight but not hold pressure, I wouldn't worry about it very much. But since it does have to hold pressure, I do get concerned. So I'll make sure I get this all primed so that will stick together when I use the glue. Now I'm going to use red hot glue today, which has a very fast setup time. So I have to work quickly when I do this. The primer can set for a while and you don't have to worry about it evaporating very quickly. One of the things I'll tell you in the instructions about using this glue is that you want to press the pieces together and hold it for an amount of time. It might be 15 seconds, might be 30 seconds, might be a couple of minutes, but you do need to follow those instructions because that's how the bond gets set properly. It says red hot, but it's actually blue. Put some on the inside, put some on the pipe that this is going on. I have to be careful because there is this screw piece that I don't want to glue to the pipe. So I'll hold that back. You need to get at least a quarter turn and hold it. This is setting up really fast. A lot of times this red hot is used when there's dampness on the pipe or if it's raining. Just going to make sure there's no glue on anything here, because that will interfere with the mating surface. The mating surface has an O-ring that goes right up against the surface here, and that's what holds the pressure. Now, as you see, I have glue all over both hands. That's because I was a bit messy. You want to not use this glue on your skin if you can, because it has some bad chemicals in it that can do some damage to your liver. Well, let's get the rest of this thing going. I have 4 sticks of new PVC pipe. And I'm going to measure how far the pipe needs to come back to the beds. I'm going to cut it. And I ran my head into the window. If I were trying to fit these pipes into a house or a utility building, I'd be a lot more careful about how I'm measuring. But what I'm doing right now is rough plumbing. I just need to make sure this is going to hold for the entire time that we're gone to our Pennsylvania event. There's one piece cut off. Now I'm going to cut another piece that will have an elbow. So what I'll be doing is bringing a short pipe out, making it go down to the ground, and then I'll run the piece I just cut off along the ground. Then I'll bring another piece across. The 2 risers go up for the 2 manifolds, and we'll be done. I'll need to let this set for a while. I'm going to cut this pipe long enough that if I need to make adjustments when we get back, I have room to cut. One of the things you need to be careful about when you're doing this kind of plumbing is to think ahead. Some of these fittings can be pretty expensive. Like this union is about an $8 part. It used to be about $3, but the price has definitely gone up. Now, one of the things you do need to be careful about is you'll see that that cut was at an angle. I'm going to cut that off, make sure it's straight. That looks like it's going to be straight right there. And when you get too close to the edge, a lot of times the cut will get worse. This is better. It will do. I'm going to glue this screw piece onto this short pipe. And I'll put a 90-degree angle here. That will send the pipe going down towards the ground. I'll put some new nitrile gloves on. One of the things I found recently was that not all nitrile gloves are actually really nitrile. Or at least, if they are nitrile, they might have some pinholes in them. And that means that some chemicals, like carburetor cleaner, will go through the glove. And that's not pleasant. It will burn your skin. And it sounds like we have water coming, so I'm going to turn this off so we can go deal with our water guy. Time to get this plumbing done. I have the mating piece to the union that's going to be attached to this pipe right here. Go ahead and get that primed, and then we can glue it up. Again, I'm just using purple primer, and the glue that I'm using is red hot. That sets a lot faster than the standard primer and glue, but that's actually what we want in this case. What I'm trying to do is get this put together and ready to test in the next half hour to an hour. I forgot to put this top back on when our water guy came, So I contacted Irene and said, "Can you go check to see if I did that?" And no, she said it was not on. So she put the top back on, and that keeps this glue from drying out, because it does dry quickly. And hold this for 30 seconds to make sure that it seats properly. Alright, now I'm going to just lightly put this onto the other piece of the union so I have a handle on the pipe. That's all attached up. Getting the 90-degree angle ready to go. Okay. And hold it for 30 seconds. Make sure it bonds correctly. May not have to hold it that long today because it's hot. We're in the mid-90s. Yeah, that's going to hold. I have some glue on the pipe. It's not a problem. It's just not aesthetically pleasing. I wish it weren't there, but it is, so I'll deal with it. Alright, now I've marked this so I can get the pipe down to the ground. I'll put another 90-degree on this end. And I just need to grab my cutters. Again, I'm not trying to make this perfect. This is a rough plumbing job outside for our irrigation system, and I'll be changing this fall when we get back. That's tough. One of the problems with PVC pipe is as it ages, it loses some of the plasticizer, which makes it harder to cut. Not a big deal, but it does make it a little more difficult. Let's put a 90-degree elbow on this end, then we'll glue it to the 90-degree that's already there. Well, that's all there is to getting this irrigation set up. To recap, what I did is I used a union to connect all this rough piping to the irrigation head over here. So it's just pipe to pipe. 1, 2, 3, 4 90-degree elbows, 1 T-fitting, 2 shutoff valves, and 2 heads for irrigation. We can turn it on in about 15 minutes. Irene will be running all of the irrigation lines, drip irrigation lines, out into these beds, and it should be done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications, because we've got a lot going on and we got to get going here pretty quick. We'll talk with you later. Bye. Hey, don't forget to brainstorm. Flies.